What up, guys? Dr. I'm Bat Prime 2.0 here, and or know if you know me pretty well. And as this video entitles, and as you clicked on it, I'm giving you guys my top 10 characters who have been Batman over the years. Now, minus Bruce Wayne, because, you know, he is Batman. Now, there have been other characters to take over the Batman mantle over the years, and I figured I'd want to talk about these characters who have worn the cape and cowl just for like a little bit, or maybe in a few comics here and there. Because, well, it's Batman year, and, well, it's on our, well, the 80 years of the Dark Knight. These are other people who have worn the cape and cowl, so let's see who it was that has worn that cape and cowl.
Kicking off the list at number 10, we have Alfred Pennyworth.
In the DC Rebirth comic, let's just say Alfred was Batman, but only for like, I guess you could say like for a short time, for like a few pages. But that's just because, well, let's just say Gotham was under attack, and well, Alfred needed to quickly wear the cape and cowl for a short time. And then, well, when he was confronted by a couple of enemies of Batman, that was when Bruce Wayne stepped in and back as Batman. So, I mean, even though Alfred was only, well, Batman for like a short time, I thought it was kind of cool that he did that.
Now at number 9, we have Jean-Paul Valley, aka Azrael, aka the Nightfall Batman.
Remember when Bane broke Batman's back? Yeah, that was when Jean-Paul Valley, aka Azrael, became the next Batman. Although he was very brutal, very scary, it was a Batman comic from the 90s, so, I mean, if someone else tries to be Batman from like the 90s, then they gotta change up the costume and something. But yeah, I think the costume's cool, and I think, well, in other words, he just became a very scary and terrifying Batman. And that was when, well, Bruce Wayne got better, and he then was Batman once again.
Number 8 goes to Damian Wayne.
Nope, not that picture of Damian Wayne as Robin. That was a lie.
That's the real Damian Wayne as Batman.
Yeah, that's the Damian Wayne as Batman. It's basically a possible future on where, like, so many, like, Batman died and so many Batman-related characters died. And that was when, well, Damian Wayne became Batman, and quite another killer Batman. Because, I mean, he wore very, like, scary gauntlets that, like, he beat the crap out of villains with, wore trench coats. You do not want to mess with Damian Wayne. I mean, I'll admit, he's not my favorite Robin, but man, he is scary and could kind of be a little bit of a brat as Robin.
Sitting on number 7, we have the Man of Steel himself, Superman.
Superman would have to take over for Batman several times because, well, let's just say when Bruce was, like, busy with Vicky Vale or was busy being on TV, that was when Superman had to come in and he had to take over for Batman on, like, wearing the cape and cowl. But also sometimes, let's just say Bruce would, well, one time he faked his death and Superman had no other choice but to, wear the cape and cowl. And, well, different costume as well. I mean, it looks very different, but in a cool way.
Sliding in at number 6, we have Tim Drake Robin.
In the Battle of the Cape and Cowl storyline, let's just say Tim Drake had to be Batman because, well, there was someone else who I will get to later on this list, who, well, was trying to impersonate Batman. And let's just say Tim Drake doesn't want that happening, so he took up the mantle by wearing the cape and cowl and taking on the, well, all Batman's enemies, and, well, because Bruce Wayne faked his death, like always, well, and let's just say he later on stops this man who, well, becomes who, well, tries to impersonate Batman, who I'll get to later on the list.
Now at number 5, that goes to Dick Grayson, aka the First Robin, aka Nightwing.
Dick Grayson, in my opinion, I thought he would be, like, end up being a perfect Batman, because, I mean, let's just say when Bruce Wayne went missing, let's just say, well, Damian still needed a Batman by his side, so in the best translation, Dick Grayson had to wear the cape and cowl for a short time, even though it would be, like, the blue and gray suit. I thought it was cool and I thought it was awesome. So, in other words, if you're, like, in any way of a Batman fan or Dick Grayson fan of, well, or even a major Nightwing fan than Batman, that's when, well, Dick Grayson had to, well, wear the cape and cowl. It was back when, like, New 52 was happening and the Battle for the Cape and Cowl was happening, but yeah, there was a reason why Dick Grayson had to, well, wear the Batman cowl.
Now at number 4, we have Jason Todd.
In my opinion, scariest guy to take on the Batman mantle. Well, I'll admit, second scariest, because when, well, Bruce Wayne went missing in the Cape and Cowl, in Battle of the Cape and Cowl storyline, he wanted to be Batman more than ever, so he wore like a different mask, a different suit, and was a Batman using guns. Wow, that's scary. And he had a thing with, well, all the Batman villains, because I mean, Jason Todd, the Red Hood, come on. I mean, he's obviously got to be one of the scariest characters in the Batman mythos, or anything Batman. But let's move on to the top 3.
Sitting on the 3rd place goes to Thomas Wayne.
Remember the Flashpoint storyline? Yeah, that was when, well, the Flash turned back time, and, well, Thomas Wayne became Batman, while Martha Wayne became the Joker. So, yeah. And just like I said about Jason Todd, he was a Batman that used guns, scared people, and, well, let's just say, not so friendly of a Batman. The costume's cool, and again, that's when he had to take over for being Batman in this alternate universe while Bruce Wayne was, well, dead. Yeah. Barry, why did you mess up the timeline?
Now at number 2, we have Jim Gordon.
I'll admit, I wasn't a fan of this costume at first, but then after, like, learning a lot more and reading the comics, that was when I started to like it a lot more. And Jim Gordon had to become Batman by wearing, like, an exosuit, and let's just say it looked awesome, it looked really cool, and let's just say, well, we finally had, well, yeah, Batman that worked with the cops and is a cop. So, and even though Bruce Wayne would later come back in, like, less than a year, I thought Jim Gordon as Batman was not bad, and I really liked it.
And finally, hitting top spot number 1 is Terry McGinnis, aka Batman Beyond.
I'm a massive fan of Batman Beyond. It's literally my favorite alternate version of Batman. Because, I mean, if you know anything about Batman Beyond, better yet, just to sum it all up, it's basically like Bruce Wayne is too old to fight crime as Batman, and he meets this young kid named Terry McGinnis, and, well, he would later become the next Batman. And that was when Bruce Wayne would sit in a chair and be behind computers. And, well, best example, Bruce would be the guy in the chair if you've seen Spider-Man Homecoming. But yeah, that was when Terry McGinnis became the new Batman. And honestly, in my opinion, he's literally one of the best Batmans to, well, wear the cape and cowl. But yeah, that's my list of my top 10 characters who've worn the cape and cowl and been Batman. So, there's not many, but here are a couple of honorable mentions.
And the honorable mentions go to Hugo Strange and Stan Lee's creation of Batman, Wayne Williams.
Okay, that last one, Stan Lee, I love you, I know you're dead, I'm sorry, but I'm just not a fan of this version of Batman. I mean, I know it's your creation, and you're my hero, you're my idol, but I'm just not a big fan of this version of Batman. Well, guys, I really hope you liked this video. I really hope that, well, you like it. So hit that thumbs up so I know you like this video. Hit the subscribe down there if you haven't subscribed already. And hit the comments and tell me what your guys' favorite Batman is. And I'm always reading comments here and there, down there. So put some down there and I'll read them. And yeah, and don't forget to follow me off Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Cosplay Mino. And yeah, and just keep you guys updated on future videos. I am going to be seeing Captain Marvel later in the future, so be on the lookout for a spoiler-free review on that. And I'm still working on my Robin cosplay and my Dipper cosplay at the moment, so be on the lookout for videos of those in the future. But I will see you guys in my next video.